Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Hazira. As you are new to this channel, I want to tell you one thing, that this channel is created to teach AKNU preppers briefly according to the syllabus. So let's get started with the first BSc C programming paper of the first semester. So in the previous class we discussed about the block diagram of the computer. As I say, it is a very big essay, so it is much difficult to explain it in a single video. So I divided this video into two parts. In the last part we discussed about the block diagram of computer, various components of the computer, and the functions of the input unit, etc. So in this part we are going to discuss about the functions of the CPU and output unit. Okay, so let's get started. Here I told that the functions of the CPU, so it means what the functions that the CPU do. In another way, it means what the works that the CPU does. So let's get started from the first point. It controls all the parts, software and data flow of the computer. As we discussed above, CPU is the brain of the computer, means it controls all the parts, softwares, data and operations, and what the computer, it controls all the parts and operations of the computer. Okay, next point, it performs all operations. As we say, it performs all operations of the computer. In third point, it accepts data from the input device. It is an important point. As we say before, CPU acts as a middle part between the input and the output. Okay, what does the CPU does? It accepts the data from the input device and does some operations which are used by the inputter, means user, and gives output. Okay, so here we are discussing that it accepts data from the input device. What are the input device? Input devices are monitor, mouse, keyboard. These all are the input device. It sends information to the output device, means what the operation it does, it gives result to the output device. What are the output devices? Output devices are like monitor and printer. In 6 point we are discussing that it stores data either temporarily or permanently. CPU is a unit which is used to store data in temporarily or permanently manner. Okay, it performs arithmetical and logical operations. As we say here, as we say here about the CPU has 3 units. That is, one of the main unit is ALU, means arithmetical and logical units. As that is we are discussing here. It performs all the arithmetical and logical operations. Okay, in next part we are going to discuss about output unit. The output unit has number of output devices, as output device is used to show the result of the processing data. Here we are telling the output unit has number of output devices. What are the output devices? In a simple manner, the output devices are those which are used to give output to the users. Okay, in which device we can see the output, those are called as output devices, like monitor, printer, etc. As output device is used to show the result of the processing data. Here we are seeing that the output device. Okay friends, here we are discussing about the functions of the output unit, means what does the works does by the output unit. Well, in previous we discussed that what are the output devices. Output devices are monitor, printer, etc. So here we are telling that what are those device performs. Okay, first, from the first point, it accepts data or information sent from the memory unit of the computer. Here we are telling that output devices means okay, here we are drawing a basic diagram of monitor. It is a monitor. What does it does? It accepts all the information which are sent by the CPU after processing. Okay, are you guys understanding it, guys? It receives all the informations which are sent by the CPU after processing. It accepts the data or information sent from the main memory of the computer. Okay, in the next point, it converts binary code information into a inputted language. It is a very, very important point, so we have to listen it carefully. What does it means? As we know, computer doesn't understand the language which we given to the computer. It only understands the language in the binary language, which means in the zeros and ones format. Okay, so it processes the language into the zeros and ones, and it gives output in the form of zeros and ones. But we can't understand zeros and ones language, so the output unit does this simple work for us, that is, it converts the binary language into the user readable language. Okay, are you guys understanding? So it is the last part of this essay, that is limitations or drawbacks of an computer. In this part we are discussing about the limitations or drawbacks or disadvantages, we can say anything. These are not the good ways what are described by the computer. So let's get started. No IQ. What is the meaning of IQ? IQ means intelligent quality. It is mainly we saw in only human beings. Most of the animals also have IQ power, but the electronic devices doesn't has IQ. As we saw in a robot picture, there is a robot called Chitty. It doesn't has a IQ. It does only the task which are told by his owner, or it doesn't think about anything by its own. It performs only the tasks which are told by his owner. So let's get discussed. It doesn't has intelligent quality. It does the only things which the user ordered to it. If the user ordered to kill someone, it kills someone. It doesn't think about it. Okay, so it doesn't has the IQ power. It is a main drawback of a computer. In the next point we discuss, it requires power to operate. It is also a main drawback. It requires the electrical circuit or power to operate. It doesn't operates without an electrical circuit. It is also a drawback. If we have a very important work there and there is no electricity in our house, then what should we do? We have to stop our work now. So it is also a drawback. In the third point, problems may occur due to system breakdown. Yes, if our system breaks down in the middle of the work, we have to do all the work again. Okay, this is a main problem, that is we can't pause our work if the system breakdowns, or we can't restore our work. Okay, so this is a main important, that is the block diagram of the this is a main essay, that is the block diagram of a computer, which I want to give you a small blueprint about this essay. So let's get started. Block diagram of a computer. In this part we are discussing about what are the computer and what does the computer does, like input, process, output. This is a main cycle of the computer. Okay, in the next part we are discussing about the various components of the computer. What are the various components of the computer? Input unit, CPU, and the output unit. What are the input units? Input units are mouse, keyboard. These are the input units. Okay, in the next part we are going to discuss about the functions of the input unit, means what are the functions that the input unit does. And next we discussed about the CPU is a brain of a computer. CPU is again divided into three parts: control unit, arithmetical and logical unit, and memory unit. Next we discussed about the functions of the CPU in this video only, and next we are going to discuss about output unit. What does the output unit does, and what are the uses of it, functions of the output unit, and the limitations and the drawbacks of the computer. I assume that you all guys understand this video. If you doesn't understand this video, please comment me. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.